I know you only in my dreams. You come visit and I make a scene. You know with passion all that we could be. Love is forever, it's always you and me. Save my longing for you.
That was my first day of using this Dandy situation.
Yeah, how do you feel about it? Yeah?
Loved it. Yeah,
Good.
it's like this belt.
We also did a call with them today. They do consultations. Oh my God, it has put our fears aside so much.
Oh my
It's just,
God, I
I've
loved
talked
it.
to anyone who's ever done or is doing fertility and IVF has been like, how is there not somebody who has created a company where they like hold your hand through this process, because it's so scary and your doctors just like don't tell you enough.
That's the thing that we didn't understand, is that these doctors, they have appointments every 15 minutes.
It was crazy.
So you go in, they do a quick transvaginal ultrasound, they take your blood, and then they call you later with your results.
Yeah.
But they're seeing so many people, they don't tell you things that you don't ask.
Yeah.
But if you ask, they'll tell you.
Yeah, but it's like we don't always know what to ask. It's just scary. So Dandy's really cool because you can get consultations where they will walk you through giving yourself the injections.
Yeah.
You can do consultations at any point during IVF of just like, what is going on? Is this right? Should I be worried about this? Like, am I Googling too much? Is it confusing me? And it has just been life-changing for us. And we just did one consultation, and that was the first time Taryn used the belt. They also have like a heating one for the other shots that need heated, a little massager ball for
They
the
have
one
little targets
shots.
if you don't know where to put your thing.
It's
They have like
actually cute.
it's like a tattoo. But more than anything, just getting to talk to someone that knows about all the things and what to expect from what drug and medicine or whatever. It was just like, oh,
you don't just talk to a random person, you
So-
talk to a fertility nurse. So right now when I've just been
say it with me. 1, 2, 3.
fertility nurse. Okay, let's go watch a movie.
I want my ice cream too.
Yeah, you deserve a sweet treat. What can I get you?
That was a fun version.
We like
Fun.
this?
Yeah, fun.
Good. I feel like the nerves were way calmer today, whether it's because it's your 4th night or because you had a call.
I know why they're calm. It's because we found out today on our call with Dandy, where we learned everything, that we got sent so much medicine, right? And some of the syringes have literal needles that are this big, which I was like, I'm not going to be able to do that to
I saw
myself.
them almost pass
like
out.
this I can't do that. And she told us today that you don't use those noodles.
Noodles. I
You
wish
don't
it
use
was a
those to try to stick a noodle. You don't use those needles. You use them to like mix some of the medicines or whatever,
Yeah.
but then you swap in a smaller needle. In my mind,
Yeah, we're like, why didn't we know this? We
I'm
saw
so
this
at
and
ease.
wanted to cry.
so I think this whole time I've been doing these injections knowing that it's going to get bigger and
Yeah,
harder.
so that's all you're thinking about doing this of like, you think this is bad.
And now I'm like, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine. What do we say? We're done
Done and dusted
with day 4.
with day 4.
Now say it strong.
Done and dusted day 4, baby. Hello.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
And I feel very sad, or just like I keep crying all the time for just nothing.
Say weepy. People get weepy.
Weepy, that's exactly it. I'm feeling weepy.
Taryn already has pretty severe health anxiety.
Yeah, I'm always spooked.
So we went in knowing this was going to be spooky, but I think the lack of explanation around things is not very helpful.
And honestly, that's why we started Dandy. I mean, and even before Dandy, I started my fertility concierge business like 2 to 3 years into being at the clinic that I work at here in New York. That's exactly why I did it. All of my patients were Googling. Now it's not even Google. Now people are getting their medical information on TikTok. It's a lot of don't ask, don't tell, because there's such a high volume at the clinics that they can't really personalize to each person's anxieties. You feel like you're bothering them when you shouldn't feel that way.
Cannot tell you how much medicine I have right now.
But we don't know if we're going to use all of it.
They're probably going to introduce the Menopur and the Ganirelix at the same time for you. Now, the gonal, and you tell me if you feel differently, but the pen itself, like the needle itself, you shouldn't really be feeling like the injection itself, just the side effects. The Ganirelix also, you don't really feel the needle. You're going to feel is a little bit different. It comes already, it's like a pre-filled syringe. And so the needle is not as like sharp or smooth. So you might feel the needle a little, but the injection itself won't feel anything. The Menopur burns. That's like the worst of all of it that you'll feel. Full blown OHSS, knock on wood, we don't really feel. I feel like a lot of people, because they read the stuff online, think that they have OHSS. Full blown true OHSS is pretty rare. I've been working in this field a little over 10 years now. I've only ever seen full blown maybe 5 times.
Some of the things in our medicine box is like the needle itself looks like this big. Is that what Menopur is, or like what? And do I have to put the whole needle in me?
Sometimes the syringes come with that big needle on it. And then when we do the Menopur, we're going to take that big needle off. You use what's called a Q cap to mix, and then you'll switch to a short, tiny needle like the Gonal-F needle to actually inject.
Oh, thank God.
Seeing those was horrifying. Oh, you're
Awesome.
the best.
Thank you
We'll
so
talk to you
much.
soon. That was awesome.
That was freaking awesome. I love her. Being able to just ask like a medical professional stuff.
We were
is
just
my
rattling
dream.
stuff. Didn't like when we're at the doctors. I'm scared to ask anything without them being like, "You fucking got this," and I'm like, she's like, "Oh my God, everyone asks
It's
it."
crazy.
Little update because things have finally changed over here. So far, Taryn has done 5 nights of Gonal-F injections. This morning, she started her
Ganaxarelin.
Ganarelix.
Ganarelix, yes.
Yeah. Ganarelix. I had this down
That's a
earlier.
morning one.
And it's so that she doesn't ovulate during this. Tonight we are adding our Menopur to her Gonal-F. So we have to like play Potion Master and we put them all together in a syringe, suck it up, change out the needle. It's like a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
We're gonna do that. We have our Gonal-F.
Use my code Gonal-F.
This is what scared us when we were talking about like these needles. Wait, I actually do need to do this so you guys can see it. When we opened the box and saw this, how big that needle is, we thought you had to have that as an injection, but it's just to mix it. Hi, bud, you okay? We're doing Taryn's injection, so I'll call you back in a little bit.
Okay, so fair.
Okay, bye.
So fair. Okay, honestly, so fair. You wanna watch this?
I'm in. Band-Aid, where's the Band-Aid? I'm bleeding out! Baby, stop! Bluey to the rescue!
Oh my God, you're so cold. It burnt at first and then didn't burn at all.
That's day 6
secret
done.
is knowing music, putting music that I know on.
Yeah, so you're like thinking about the words?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have any music this morning.
And my tummy wasn't on.
Yeah, that was
wasn't
crazy.
iced.
I was like, lady.
She's like, you're definitely gonna want to ice before you do the Granarelix.
And then just
I'm like,
did it.
And
I
she's
was
like, I'm gonna shut the door. We can do it now.
I was like, where's her ice pad? Babe?
Ma'am, do you have a Buzzy?
Where's my Buzzy?
Where's Buzzy and where's my Bluey Band-Aids? Or I'm not doing it. Simple as that. Or we're not making a baby, ma'am. Buzz off, freak.
Save my longing for you. Another blue.
Cheers to us making it through 10 days. Yeah, ready as I'm gonna be. Good morning. It is my turn to start IVF today, and I am very, very anxious. Today, I believe I'm just going in and getting an ultrasound and blood work, just like we did for Taryn's first day. I at least know what to expect. I got up early. I got myself ready to distract myself. It's like the first day I'm wearing makeup and doing my hair since we've been here. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I also feel like my whole body's like, I don't know if anyone gets it when they're anxious, but I feel like so compacted. So I'm scared for them to try to like put a needle in my vein, put the ultrasound up there, because I'm like, I don't think they're gonna be able to get it again. Okay, so I just did my first day.
crushed
IVF
it.
appointments. People are a little confused about the process that we're doing. And it's just hard because I feel like this is all I talk about right now on every platform. We talk about it on our podcast all the time. So if you want like more in-depth information, listen to the podcast, Staying Up with Cammie and Taryn. But because I talk about it on the podcast, on TikTok, on Instagram. I feel like a broken record, and I've talked about everything so many times, but when I posted my last vlog, I got so many questions that I realized people don't see everything that I post. So I'm gonna do one quick explanation that can live here, that I can link people to with a timestamp for any cues. Taryn, my wife, and I are doing IVF. A lot of people have asked why IVF versus IUI. For me, for as early as I can remember thinking about wanting kids when I knew I was gay, I wanted to carry my wife's egg. I just thought that was so special. It's called reciprocal IVF. So basically, Taryn does egg retrieval, which is why you've seen her do that so far. And then we make embryos with our sperm donor and Taryn's eggs. And then the embryo is then implanted into me and I carry the baby. Taryn does not want to carry, so I will then be carrying our second child using the embryos that were made with my eggs. So that is why we are both doing egg retrieval right now, because egg age is really important for good fertility. It's one of the most important things. And I'm 33 right now. We're having our first baby. I don't know when we will have our second baby, so I just figured get it out of the way, take my eggs out now, see what we're working with, test the embryos, have that all done so it's not something that we have to worry about later on. So Taryn is in the home stretch of her egg retrieval. She should be doing her trigger shot either tonight or tomorrow night. So then her egg retrieval should be on Thursday morning or Friday morning. After Taryn's eggs are out, we will go through the whole process of making the embryos, seeing what we have, how many healthy ones, and then I will finish up my egg retrieval process. And then as soon as we can try our first embryo transfer, I will do that. So in summary, both doing egg retrieval, both creating embryos using those eggs. First kid is going to be Taryn's eggs, sperm donor, embryo. Second baby, my eggs, sperm donor, embryo. And there we go. So our kids will be technically half siblings by blood, full siblings in every other way. My camera got too hot outside, so we are in the bathroom. We did my intravaginal ultrasound today. We did blood work today, and I did it. And I'm alive, so that's good. And we will do it all again on Friday, along with the hysteroscopy. So, wish me luck, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.